Good morning, students. Today we learn the new chapter from your syllabus, that is superconductivity from Unit 2, Chapter 2, constructed and explained by me. Now, a overlook on this chapter. We start this chapter with discovery of superconductivity. Then some terms related with this chapter, that is superconductivity, transition temperature, Meissner effect, and then different types of superconductor such as conventional superconductors, fullerenes and alkali metals fluorides superconductors, high temperature superconductors, and as you know, any new concept in the field of science they having some application. So what is the application of superconductor? Now first discuss with the discovery of superconductivity. So students, in 1948, Lord Kelvin suggested that lowest limit of temperature is absolute zero. So it is the background of discovery of superconductivity. And after that, so many scientists are involved in the process of liquefaction of gases at low temperature and high pressure. So the gas is converted into liquid. That process is called liquefaction. Dutch scientist Kamerlingh Onne devoted his life in the research for obtaining low temperature and succeeded in liquefaction of helium and attaining 2 Kelvin at atmospheric pressure. So this whole concept is concerned with this scientist Kamerlingh Onnes, and due to this work or for the investigation of properties of matter at low temperature and the production of liquid helium, he awarded Nobel Prize in 1930. In 1911, Onnes scientists discovered new phenomena, that is superconductivity, in the study of lowering temperature of mercury metal. He worked on a mercury metal, and in that case he found a new phenomena. Now look toward this graph or picture. You see that on x-axis the temperature is present and y-axis the resistance is located. Now from long time it is observed that in a conductivity experiments, as as temperature decreases, the electrical resistance of a metal also get decreases. So you see that in a normal metal or material, so you see the graph, as temperature decreases the resistance of metal also get decreases. It's somewhat 0 Kelvin or absolute zero. But very interestingly, Onnes found this phenomena in mercury metal. When mercury metal is decreases its temperature, the resistance also get decreases, but at a sharp point, that is 4.15 Kelvin, it completely zero or drop to zero. Means in that case, mercury metal do not possess any resistivity. The whole resistance becomes zero. The resistanceless characteristics of metal is called superconductivity. So in 1911, the One scientist discovered a new phenomena. At low temperature or for mercury metal, it become now superconductor at 4.15 Kelvin, where resistance of metal completely zero. After that, Meissner and Oceanfield confirm that superconductor is a perfect conductor, that is diamagnetic in nature. Yes, it means it acting as a perfect conductor means no resistance towards the electricity. It means they having diamagnetic in nature also. In 1975, niobium germanium alloy. This alloy found that superconductor at 23 Kelvin. So it is a journey from that 4.15 Kelvin. It now goes to 23 Kelvin where superconductivity phenomena is observed. In 1986, George Bednorz and Alex Muller reported that compound lanthanum copper oxide, in which lanthanum is partially replaced by barium, it shows superconductivity at 30 Kelvin. So you just see that in this compound lanthanum copper oxide, if you partially replace lanthanum with barium atom, it shows superconductivity at 30 Kelvin. The temperature goes increases. Now students, we see the some terms used in this superconductivity phenomena. Number one, superconductivity. So very systematically defined now. The phenomenon of abrupt disappearance of electrical resistance at very low temperature, which impart high electrical conductivity to conductor and making it superconductor, is called superconductivity. So in case of mercury, we know that according to Onnes, at 4.15 Kelvin, the complete disappearance or abrupt disappearance of electrical resistance was observed, which impart high electrical conductivity to conductor, and due to that mercury metal acting as superconductor, this whole phenomena is called superconductivity. Now students, you see this picture, I think all of you know this, it is a copper wire. So every metal such as copper, aluminum are a good conductor of electricity, but they possess some electrical resistance. As you know, copper and aluminum, there are so many metals along with this, they carry electricity, so we just called they are good conductor. But after some time you know that they are break down due to overheating. You don't feel it, but you know that copper wire, when it is used in longer time or used in particular time, they heated. That heat means they resist the electricity, and after the long time their heat goes in high condition and the wire get breakdown. So this phenomena we just know about the copper wire. Now in case of superconductor, show interesting magnetic property. At a certain applied magnetic field, the superconductivity is lost and it become normal conductor. So very interestingly, if you place superconductor in an applied magnetic field. The superconductivity phenomena is completely lost and it become normal conductor. So that applied magnetic field where superconductor become normal conductor is called critical magnetic field, labeled as HC. You remember, that is critical magnetic field. The next part